Hey Libra, welcome to your weekly reading. It's going to be your reading from February 24th until March 2nd. So we're just going to go ahead and get started here and jump straight in. I hope you're doing well. I do want to announce that I am running a sale on my personal readings. If you're interested in that, the link will be down below in the description. That sale will not be run for very long. I do plan on taking the readings off sale. So there's still a little bit of time though. All right, let's take a look here, Libra. Definitely a very interesting week astrologically. We're gonna dive into your specific situation here, but astrologically this week, there's a lot of things changing and the future is being reoriented and shaped very fast. And there's a window here for people to really take control of their destinies and to really transcend limitations, blocks, and obstacles that have been causing problems. And I know it's a lot easier said than done, but you know, this week's astrology, and like I said, we're about to jump into your specific situation here. But we got Mercury conjuncting Saturn, Mercury sextile Uranus, and then Mercury conjuncting the North Node and Neptune. Of course, we have that new moon that's happening in Pisces. Venus retrogrades this week. And then we have Sun square Jupiter in Gemini. Now, I know that's a lot of information I just gave you. But let's just talk about the Mercury transits. Mercury deals with the mind and the intellect. With it being in Pisces, the mind's becoming very fluid, very abstract, and very deep. So this can actually really help us. I think Mercury in Pisces gets a bad rap. Mercury in Pisces is very deep, very knowledgeful, very wise, and so it makes us very deep, knowledgeful, and wise. To be able to really do deep contemplation and reflection and gain enlightenment when it comes to our thought process, Mercury. Certain beliefs we hold, certain rigid mindsets we hold, and Pisces is all about dissolving the rigidity and transcendence. So this is where we can really, and this is what I'm seeing here in your reading, because you're going through on a higher spiritual level here, you're going through a process of transcendence. And one thing that you're unaware of at this time is that your destiny is really in your hands. And the future is malleable. And the more you can be like Bruce Lee, and what Bruce Lee said, be like water. This is what's really going to help you here. So you know, there's gonna be all types of insights this week. Let's jump into your read though. You pulled this Pluto card that says transformation. Yeah, we're gonna jump into the tarot here in a moment. Yeah, you're going through a transformation at this time. Pluto is all about evolution, evolutionary change. It helps you actually be able to understand your place in the universal scheme of things. And I'm gonna go real deep in this read actually, because we got Mercury conjuncting the North Node and Neptune and Pisces. Neptune deals with the universal significance and oneness and unity of things on a spiritual soul level, evolutionary level. And it helps us orient ourselves and gives us a deeper meaning of life and a broader outlook on life and a universal outlook on life. So talk about, you're going through the biggest changes of your life at this time, Libra. But Pluto deals with evolutionary change, and so this is you being reborn. I hope this camera doesn't freeze this because I really don't have time for this shit. I'm tapping into your Pluto energy. But yeah, I mean, this is deep change. Trust me, I know I got Pluto opposed to my sun right now. A lot of people don't get that shit in their lifetime. So the Pluto energy fucking, trust me, I know. Pluto's exactly opposed to my sun. Conjunct my Uranus. You have this, you're very close to achieving your goal here. So hang in there. Like this is a waxing moon. It's a gibbous moon. And so whenever there's a waxing moon, it's right when the moon's about to be full. And what does a full moon represent? It represents a harvest. So whatever it is that you're doing when it comes to your goals, things that you're trying to decide on, things that you're trying to really figure out and integrate, balance that you're trying to create in your life, there's been disruptions I'm seeing here, deep change. you've having to face a lot of fears here. I see it, Ten of Swords. And I'm sorry that this camera freezes, but I'm not gonna stop doing this video. And that's what you gotta do sometimes in life. You just gotta keep going. But yeah, so let me pull your next card here. But I do think, yeah, it's like there's a lot of fears that you've been facing. And for the most part, you know, I think it's only made you more powerful. That's the thing about fear, is like it just makes you more powerful. Trust me, Libra. I have a Scorpio moon and a fucking Scorpio rising. So, and that's very Pluto energy. Pluto rules Scorpio, and my Pluto is in my first. And my Mars and my Venus is in the 8th, which the 8th house is the house of Scorpio, the house of Pluto, the house of transformation, fears, life force energy, power, right? So your fears are becoming your greatest powers here. And you're releasing fears. You pull this volcano card that says release here. Yeah, you could definitely be angry and frustrated. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. There's a lot here that I feel like, Libra, you have a lot to prove. It's like you really want to prove something here. It's like you're walking around with a chip on your shoulder. Or you know, yeah. But I think there's just a fire being lit on your ass as well. All right. You pulled the Ten of Swords here for your overall energy for the reading. Yeah, I mean, talk about the Ten of Swords. I always say is the definition of insanity. It leads to self-sabotage or just leads to sabotage. It's when you really wake up and you realize, like, okay, I gotta fucking change some shit. I gotta think in different ways here. I gotta move in different ways here. And I think that's what you're doing. That's your overall energy this week. And it makes a lot of sense because the Ten of Swords is Gemini. And the ruling planet of Gemini is Mercury. And what I just say about Mercury in the beginning of this read. And so just to jump into it, dive into your situation even deeper to give you the deepest insights here. Mercury conjunct Saturn in Pisces will happen on the 25th. This is going to be your mind, your intellect, and Saturn coming together, which deals with restriction, limitation. But Saturn wants structure. So this is you having to get very serious about how you're moving, you know, what your next moves are. Becoming more contemplative and reflective and meditative about, okay, how do you want to set things up? How can you improve things? What are the decisions you need to make? What solutions do you need to focus on, right? And it can feel like a very heavy, serious energy with Saturn being there. Right? It could even be maybe serious news, right? But I don't think it's like anything like that. But like Mercury conjunct Saturn can just be like news that you get. You're like, oh, fuck, now I got to deal with this, right? But that's what like almost like is what's required for you to create what you're trying to do or to get what it is that you want. Right, and that Mercury sextile Uranus is going to open up the doorway here to a newer way or a newer solution. You know, Uranus is certain, you know, it's subtle. No, not subtle. Mercury in Pisces is subtle, but sextile Uranus and Taurus, it's like these sudden epiphanies, sudden breakthroughs, innovations, different ways of thinking, understanding, solving things, figuring things out, possibly good news, unexpected news. King of Pentacles is in your current energy. The focus is on your career at this time. You're very driven materially, I feel, at this time. And I don't think it's in a bad way. I think it's for your stability. I think this Mars in Cancer is seeking stability, seeking home, seeking foundation. Mars just came direct as well. So, right, so now we can really move forward with things and gain traction and kind of really confront things and deal with things. And I think here with this King of Pentacles, you're very much focus on your work and your career, your finances, your stability at this time. You may have Moon in Libra. You pull the Two of Swords in your challenge. You have the Page of Pentacles as your advice. You know, Page of Pentacles is one of those cards that say, hey, look, you have the skills. All you have to do is practically apply yourself. That's literally it. Page of Pentacles says you have the skills, you have the wisdom, you have the knowledge. All you have to do is just show up and do the work. If you do the work, you're going to be able to build your dreams or build the ideal future that you're really wanting for yourself. But that Two of Swords in your challenge could be an energy of indecisiveness, right? So try not to sit on the fence for too long. But I think too, your challenge is, you know, there's like things that you really need to balance out in your personal life. And so that may be a challenge, like certain things that you're trying to balance in your personal life. So I do see that. You have the Knight of Cups here in the future position. Yeah, and I think this is you know, Knights don't typically represent the messenger, right? They're more pages, but I think this is almost you receiving some type of message whether it's from the divine, from an external source, whatever the case might be, but it gives you clarity and it offers you a new perspective. You may think I'm just saying shit. Come back and let me know. I want you to come back and let me know on February 27th what the fuck happened. Because that's when Mercury will sextile Uranus. And I think this is some type of newer approach you're taking here. It's like a door that, or an epiphany that you have, or a certain unique insight that you get that brings depth and meaning to your visions and your dreams and shows you a new way forward here. So it's interesting to see how that will play out here for you. My camera's gonna freeze a little bit. I don't know why it's fucking doing that. It just probably, I don't know, maybe I'm fucking, it just seems like whenever I need to really do shit, like shit just don't fucking work. You know what I'm talking about? And some people are like, why you fucking cussing, Austin? Like, sorry, excuse my language. But at the same fucking time, it's just frustrating, and I'm pretty sure you can relate. It's almost like you probably feel like things are sabotaging you, and you're like, well, where's all the, like, why? But you got it. You have the Queen of Swords here in the outcome, which is clarity. Queen of Swords, her head is above the clouds, which represents clarity. Her head is not in the clouds, which, you know, having your heads in the clouds is like being lost in an illusion, a fantasy, being lost in, you know, a fogginess, disorientedness. So there's answers coming here this week, clarity here coming, but also you too, you have a stronger ability I'm seeing here to communicate this week. Like your ideas. You have the Ten of Cups here in the position of something you're unaware of that you need to be aware of here. Yeah, Ten of Cups says the future's in your hands. That's my meaning of it. Out of all the readings I've done, the Ten of Cups is the future's in your hands. And the future's more malleable than you think it is. And so you might as well create an ideal future for yourself. Ten of Cups too can be good news as well. Something that makes you happy. So let's clarify your reading here. Clarify the Ten of Swords here for the overall energy for Libra. It's like 4 a.m. when I'm recording this. My girlfriend's asleep right now, so that's probably why I'm talking. I've been fucking grinding all night. Clarify the Ten of Swords for the overall energy. Pull this pomegranate card. It says prosperity here. And I think this has a lot to deal with the Venus going retrograde. Venus has a lot to deal with prosperity, receptivity, beauty, right? And that's what, you know, pomegranate, it's like beauty, it's quality, right? It's enjoyment, pleasure, right? And that's Venus. So Venus is going retrograde. And I think one of the main themes here that are happening for you this week is I think you're going to be really starting to relook at the Venus stuff, which is your values. It could be things when it comes to money and your resources, but when it comes to your concepts of beauty, when it comes to cooperation, relationship here, and ideally what it is that you want to create that's meaningful and pleasurable, you're definitely undergoing changes here. Clarify the King of Pentacles. Pull this horse. You're a workhorse for sure. King of Pentacles and the horse. You're a workhorse. The horse is it's symbolic of action. You're a workhorse. You have a very strong drive at this time. And it's interesting, the horse is connected to Mars because Mars is the maverick. And a maverick is a horse. So Mars just came direct. And so your energy, your vitality, your strength, and your passion as well coming back. And I think all of that's going to be channeled into your work, your stability, career. Clarify the Two of Swords in your challenge. You have the Sun card here. You know what, one thing that I see here? You're really trying to find balance. I know that's very basic, like find balance, yeah. But I think that's what you're trying to do. Because you're not as happy as you would like to be. Like there's certain things that you're trying to balance. It could be maybe you work too much and you're trying to balance your personal life, or maybe You have too much personal and leisure time, and now you need to work more, right? But either one of those things, it's affecting your quality or your overall like sense of happiness when it comes to things. I think that's what you're really trying to figure out and make certain decisions around. Yeah, you're going through a deep interchange at this time. Like I want to say some of y'all are a Leo, but even if you're not, your sense of identity is being reshaped. I mean, your ruling planet Venus is going retrograde, so of course that has a bigger effect on you, right? So it's like redefining your sense of self, how you want to express yourself, what brings you happiness, what brings what brings in more freedom. Clarify the Knight of Cups in the future. You have this Hammer card that says Forge. Yeah, you are working. I'm so sorry. You are working on your dreams, right? Knight of Cups and the Hammer. This Hammer card that says Forge. So you're working on your dreams, right? I see that. So keep doing your thing here. Clarify the Queen of Swords in the outcome. You pulled this feather card. It says Faith here. Yeah. And the feather is also symbolic of change. So you're going through changes, but the feather reminds you to have faith here. And the more light you can be, I want to say like water, because there's a lot of water in the astrology, but I think for you specifically, it's more airy. And air has a lot to deal with like communication, being communicative. It deals with ideas. It deals with reinvigorating, stimulating, but it also deals with pleasant. Like air is pleasant. The breeze is pleasant. My camera's freezing here a little bit, but I'm still talking. So, and this is in your outcome. So you could be getting like this breath of fresh air here. Clarify the Page of Pentacles as your advice. You pulled this blindfold card. It says unseen here. Yeah. Libra, you have a side to yourself. Have you ever heard of the unseen work? Like doing the unseen work, the work you do behind the scenes. Your advice right now is to really do the unseen work. I can't stand this. This is like so fucking annoying. But doing the unseen work. Your advice, Page of Pentacles, is be studious, keep applying yourself, keep applying your skills, keep putting in the effort, even if nobody's watching, or if you think nobody's watching. Right, and doing it for yourself, not other people. Clarify the Ten of Cups here. You pulled this snake card. It says energetic movement here. So one thing that you're unaware of here is that the snake can be also connected to the pomegranate, right? It's like the story of Adam and Eve, right? And being tempted in the garden, right? So all this knowledge that you're acquiring and that you have and that you're unlocking and that the knowledge that you're taking and the wisdom that you're taking and you're applying it practically and you're trying to really make these big, bold transitions and make these big, bold moves and create success and build your dreams here. You know, Spirit's saying here to really like to go big here, like you should. Ten of Cups with the snake energetic card, and to create an ideal, enjoyable future for yourself that makes you happy. That's in alignment with your goals and your visions, because I think you're very close to achieving your goals here, and there's a lot transforming. You've gone through quite the transformation, so that's what I got for you, Libra. I'm gonna leave your reading here. Sorry about the pauses in the video, but I appreciate you, and I'm still here. I don't know why it's doing that. I appreciate you. If you want to book a reading with me, again, that link will be down below in the description. If you need clarity, confirmation, guidance, advice, or if you just need me to take a deeper look into anything, I'm definitely here for you. If you're new to the channel, I encourage you to subscribe. And if you like the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Otherwise than that, Libra, I'm wishing you the best, and I'll see you later.